Okay, so this is how I'm going to start to just give a background of data analysis and what it entails in the modern world. So in today's world, data is like the new oil. That is what I came to realize. And organizations have been looking for people who can turn raw data into the gold so that they can draw insights and information from the data. So this program is your step-to-step guide to become a confident, job-ready data analyst in just possible, even if you're starting from scratch. So the roadmap that I prepared early this year is split into two phases. Uh, We've in the first phase, we are going to focus on mastering core tools and building analytical thinking, and then in the second phase, we are going to take things deeper into using Python, statistics, and real-world projects, and even machine learning. So, to start with, we are going to focus on learning Excel. We can decide to start with a data visualization tool, but of what I understand, that most of these tools will always depend on Excel. We are going to
Okay.
start to learn Excel functions. We are going to interact with the pivot table and also charts in Excel. Then,
Oh,
after we've tackled Excel, the next thing to cover is going to be we are going to start with SQL for databases. So we should,
SQL.
yeah, SQL.
Oh,
People call
okay.
it SQL.
Okay.
So
Okay.
after we've covered SQL for databases, the next thing we are going to learn something called prompt engineering, where we are going to learn how to use ChatGPT or any other artificial intelligence tool to see how a data analyst can speed up analysis using artificial intelligence.
Oh, okay.
Then, after we've covered these three things, Excel, SQL for databases, and ChatGPT to speed up analysis, the next thing we are going to do a small project that is going to focus on sales analysis, healthcare data, and maybe fraud detection to see how a data analyst can handle these projects.
Okay.
Then, the next thing we shall focus on is data visualization and storytelling. As I was telling you, we have more than 25 data visualization tools. But these 25 data visualization tools are again reduced into two. The most common ones, the most used ones are Power BI, and BI in full is business intelligence. And
Okay.
we also have Tableau for data visualization. So from the more than 25 data visualization tools, we also have libraries in Python and libraries in R that have been categorized as data visualization.
Okay.
Like in Python, we have the Seaborn library, Matplotlib, and the Plotly. They are used for data visualization and have also been categorized as data visualization tools. Then when it comes to R, we have something called the ggplot. It is used for data visualization. So
Oh,
our focus as data analysts is going to be Tableau and Power BI, but Tableau 80%, Tableau 20%, and Power BI 80%.
Can you come over?
You hear me?
Yeah. Can you come over what you just said now?
I said on data visualization and storytelling, we shall focus on the most common two tools, two softwares, that is Tableau and Power BI.
Oh, okay.
So Tableau, you are going to give it a 20%, while our focus is going to be on Power BI at 80%.
You said Tableau will give us 20%.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
And Power BI is going to give us 80%.
Oh, okay.
So inside these tools, what we shall learn is we shall learn how to compare stories with data. And we shall also learn the most important thing we shall learn is to create dashboards on topics and just to do a sample project, we shall try to create topics on COVID-19 trends or sports, healthcare field, sports, or even education to see what is the outcome.
Oh, okay.
Then after that, the next thing that we are going to focus on, we shall have time for something called EDA. EDA in full is exploratory data analysis.
Oh, okay.
So exploratory data analysis can also be referred to as data exploration. Data exploration is getting to know what your data contains. As a data analyst, before you do anything, you have to know what your data contains. What are the variables in your data? Then, in this stage where we're going to learn data exploration, we're also going to have something called prompt engineering.
Okay.
So, in prompt engineering, we are going to learn how to create the best prompt in tools like in artificial intelligence tools, and the most common one is ChatGPT. We shall see how can you ask ChatGPT to give you insights from a data, because many people have been saying that artificial intelligence is going to replace human. So in this learning of data analysis, we're also going to compare our capability with that of ChatGPT. We get to see what it offers and what we have to offer, so that at the end of the day, we make sure we are better than it.
Oh, okay.
Then we shall explore things like the univariate and bivariate analysis. We see how do you tackle univariate data, how do you tackle bivariate data when given. So we shall see that in this stage. We shall also try to write some blogs on what we've covered, so that we get to know what are some of the things that have not been covered in data analysis blogs that we ourselves we have already come up with. So we need to be creative and come up with new things already.
Oh, okay.
Okay, after that, the next thing we're going to focus now after that part of writing blogs, we shall set up our resume and our LinkedIn profile. I'll help you to do that so that it becomes outstanding. So that anytime you do something in data analysis, you can update it there. Then the next thing we shall do is focusing to be a data-driven problem solver. We are now entering into phase 2, and in phase 2, the main goal is becoming a data-driven problem solver, not just a problem solver, but solving a problem from the data. And here we are going to start with Python and statistics, because now the background of data analysis is statistics. So we shall combine Python and statistics. And in Python, for you to learn statistics in Python, there are some 4 main libraries that we are going to focus on. To start with is the NumPy. NumPy in full is numerical Python. It is used for numerical analysis in Python. The next thing we shall focus on is Pandas. Pandas is for data manipulation in Python. Then we shall also learn Matplotlib for visualization, basic visualizations like the bar plots, histograms, line charts. Then we shall progress to advanced level, where we are going to cover the Seaborn for advanced charts in Python.
Oh, okay.
That is Python part. In statistics, because remember this part we want to cover Python and statistics. In statistics, we are going to focus on 4 main things that a data analyst is supposed to know. Number 1, we are going to focus on regression. Number
Okay.
2, we shall focus on hypothesis testing.
Okay.
Under hypothesis testing, we shall learn different types of hypothesis testing like the t-test. We shall see how to draw insight using the p-value and all that. That is statistics. Then we're also going to check on probability. Probability also we shall learn about the p-value. When you run a statistical test in Python and get a p-value, how are you going to give a final solution on depending on the value that you find? So that is what we shall be checking on statistics. Then the next thing now after tackling Python and statistics is going to be applying everything into the real world now. We are now going to get into the real world. And in the real world, we are going to clean data. That is the first step. We are going to clean data. we are going to analyze, we are going to visualize real data.
Oh, okay.
Then after there, we shall strengthen our portfolio, just updating what we've been doing inside our portfolio. Then there's a topic we are going to cover now called practicing questions, interview question for data analysis. We shall challenge ourselves how someone is supposed to answer a question, because it is not every time about coming up with these dashboards and writing these codes for data analysis. We shall also get to interact with questions that can come up that someone can ask you to answer.
Okay.
Okay, then the very last thing that we are going to cover that is more of a data science than a data analysis is a machine learning basics. We shall check the machine learning basics. Under machine learning basics, we shall learn some fundamentals of machine learning, such as the linear and logistic regression. Very simple, LM. We shall learn linear and logistic regression. We shall learn something called the decision trees and KNN. For KNN is used to deal with missing values. That is what you are going to learn.
Oh, okay.
Then after there, we shall understand how, when, and how, because you are supposed to know when am I supposed to use KNN? When am I supposed to use logistic regression? When am I supposed to use the decision trees? So we shall also learn we shall also understand when and why to use them.
Okay.
So that is a rough plan that you are going to follow. So allow me to share my screen.
Okay. I wanted to ask a question. I didn't hear about R in it. Would we
So
be
you see,
covering?
R,
Yes.
these statistics are like logistic regression, decision trees, hypothesis testing. We shall go into R. So that is where we shall use R for statistics.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I want us to discuss about this roadmap that I also shared during the day, and let's see what it contains. So here, it was structured into a 6 month, but it is not the case. It depends with how many sessions we are going to have and how fast we can cover it. So it is just
Okay.
the same thing that we've been discussing. You can see here month 1. The goal here is so assume the month part, but starting, the goal here is to build your core. So under building your core here, you're going to focus on what? You're going to focus on Microsoft Excel, the SQL, that is SQL, and ChatGPT. We shall learn different functions in Excel. We shall learn SQL, and in SQL, I was telling you, we have two versions of SQL that data analysts always use. Number one, we have the MySQL Workbench, and number two, we have the Microsoft SQL Server. So something good is that the codes never change. They are the same
Oh,
because
okay.
they are all structured query language, SQL. So what we are going to do, we shall see how to interact with both Workbench and the Microsoft one. You see the big difference between them is that during practice and learning, most people will always use my SQL Workbench. But in the corporate world, when it comes to companies will always use Microsoft SQL Server. Why? Because they store their data in Excel. Excel is
Oh,
from
okay.
Microsoft. They use Power BI for visualization. Power BI is from Microsoft. Then they also decide to use Microsoft SQL Server for their database management. So it is because Microsoft tools provide easy integration and collaboration. That is why we shall also focus on MS SQL Server. So we shall also check that. Then you can see here some practice project. We have them. We have 6 practice projects here. We shall focus on them. We shall see how to do them.
Yeah.
Then storytelling with data here. This is data visualization. This is what I've been talking about. We shall focus on Tableau and Power BI. Then the next thing we shall focus is EDA. This is exploratory data analysis, or simply data exploration, plus prompt engineering using ChatGPT smartly to accelerate our insights as data analysts. That is like our phase one. So by phase one, this is what we are supposed to have covered, what I've been mentioning. Then transiting into phase two, the main goal here is to become a data-driven problem solver. Just as I said, we shall start with programming and statistics. Under programming, we shall focus on libraries for data analysis in Python like Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, and Seaborn. But statistics such as descriptive statistics, regression, probability, and hypothesis testing, we shall use RStudio. We shall use RStudio for that. Then we shall focus on real-world projects, and we shall enter the world of machine learning. We also have a bonus, that is a copilot in data analysis. We shall learn prompt engineering to harness the power of tools like ChatGPT and all that. So literally, that is the roadmap for data analysis that you're supposed to know. Everything I've mentioned here is it.
Hello.